I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to show you lot something. Well, there's nothing to show you, but I'm going to do what I normally do in terms of depth purposes. So that kind of brings me up to something I was going to forget to speak about. I've got it in front of me here, but if we was to say, let's just focus on right wing, yeah, candidates for right wing, no order, there's no pecking order. You know, first one that comes to my head, Bukayo Saka. You've got Pepe, you've got Willian, you've got Reece Nelson. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing out another right winger. Let's say Ødegaard, because although he might not be a right winger, he can occupy a wide playmaker role. So I think personally, you know, Pepe might suffer even more because again, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Like I just said, primarily, you're gonna see Ødegaard play through the middle or play. I'd like to see him in a withdrawn role in the pivot or as a traditional 10. I don't mind if you've got to shoehorn him into the right hand side, but obviously if you play him as a wide playmaker, he's got to defend. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. He'll have to defend, and I think he recognizes that. And his pressing numbers, from what you lot have said, are allegedly quite good. But I think it could spell tough times for Pepe because you know. This man deserves to play because he's playing the best. You know, we've got an obsession with this, Donny, so that means you might not play. You know, if Smith-Rowe can't be dropped out of the team because he's playing amazing and we have to shoehorn Ødegaard into the side temporarily, he's going to be ahead of you. Nelson, the club allegedly don't want to loan him out, so he's in the mix. But like Pepe, he could probably be stressed out as well. So I think Ødegaard playing in that role, if anything, is going to harm Pepe even more because you've got 1, 2... And if he came in, I say came if because he is going to come in. But if he came in, there's 3 men ahead of you. Nelson's probably behind you. So you've got that. Obviously, when you look at Cam now and our depth at Cam, I don't mind it because the only ones, you know, these are the only guys I genuinely consider. You've got Smith-Rowe, who can do it. Now you've got Ødegaard allegedly. They're the ones to do it for me. If you need to start looking at other people and being a bit adventurous, then obviously you've got Lacazette, who can be in a 10. Not really the biggest fan of it, but he does do well in that regards. I don't want Saka to play there, but Saka has also played there very well. You've also got Nelson, who I wouldn't mind getting an opportunity there either. You've got the opportunity of playing Pepe there as well. These, you know, this isn't really going to happen unless we're pushed to it. This is something that a lot of you flirt about me thinking about it in the live chat. So I mentioned that, you know, flirting between the idea of Pepe in that 10, he could do it, but you know, we've seen Saka do it previously. I've seen Reece Nelson occupy that role very well at youth level. So I think he could do that as well. You've obviously got something like Willian could play there. So again, the only certain options you want to see there is that really. And then these are all experimentals. Now saying that, Willian is probably a more natural choice versus the others. Maybe Lacazette's the only one that stands up there. So it all depends, but now we've got options in the squad. We've all got options. Now you're in danger because I don't think Arteta's using you too tough, you know. So I don't mind that. The left wing, of course, as you lot know, by that logic, I do think if Ødegaard is going to be shoehorned, it's going to be into that wide right playmaker role, as you lot have previously seen. But if it was to be a wide left playmaker role, then obviously you've got Saka, who also primarily was playing on the left. Even though I told you, lot, the man's future is on the right, a long 9 times out of 10. You've got Martinelli. You've got Aubameyang, who is going to play there consistently. And then you'd have Ødegaard and you'd have Nelson. Now, for me, I'm keen to see what our starting lineup is going to be because just focus on the front options, people. For me, ideally, it would be Smith-Rowe. Again, ideally, it would be one of Smith-Rowe or Ødegaard, but let's just say you couldn't drop both. For me, you go with a Partey. I think long-term Smith-Rowe can learn to play alongside Partey in this role, but for me, you know, you could go with a Ceballos in terms of being expansive. I know form doesn't go, but you go with an Ødegaard potentially. You know, you can go with an Ødegaard in that role. You've got Smith-Rowe in the 10 position, and then you've got whatever front three you guys want to go with. So for me, I would see personally, based on how they're playing, Saka, you know, can't really drop Aubameyang, and he's got, I mean, Lacazette, because he's got good link-up play with the youngers. But for me, Aubameyang through the middle, Saka on the left, Martinelli on the right, you know, that's pace, that's aggressive for me. That's the sort of front three I immediately want to see. I want fast interchangingness and things predominantly with these two. Equally, you know, there is other options you can do. You can go with a Pepe, you can go with Laka, you can go with Oba, you know, and have Smith-Rowe or Ødegaard behind them. I don't want to keep typing this out, people, but yeah. So like you can see, you could go with, because your name is long, you could drop Smith-Rowe out completely, people, and do something like that. You know, you could go like that, or you could go like that. you know, and this is where we've got good options. Or if you had to shoehorn, man, you could go with Smith-Rowe. Again, just imagine he's in the 10, force Ødegaard out there on the right, you know. You'd probably have to go with Lacazette out there and maybe with an Oba, and then you could flirt with options. Obviously, you could draw numerous ones. You could go with, you know, Ødegaard, you know, Laka or Oba, and then Saka or Martinelli. You know, you could do so many things. There's so many options. And again, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, somebody's got to miss out. That's good for us, you know, but there's a fine line between depth and imbalance, but that's good for us, people, because someone's got to miss out. And I'll be saying to the players, make sure it's not you. Simple as that. If you train well, you keep playing well, you ain't gonna be the one that misses out. It's as simple as that, really, really and truly. Like literally, it's literally as simple as that. And I don't think it can get any simpler. We need depth. It's only Arsenal fans that do this. Oh, what if he can't play here because of this and that? No, it's a squad game. There's gonna be times Smith-Rowe is gonna go, like he's going through a good patch, he's gonna go through a bad patch, so you can drop him out. Ødegaard is going to adapt. So maybe for the first game or so, he's going to have to take it easy. And you know, Ødegaard is joining us when we're coming into a tough game of fixtures. As you lot know, Man United, Leicester, Wolves, Villa, Europa League to come, Manchester City, Southampton twice, you know, from January to March. In fact, to the end of the season, but from January to March, it's a mad thing, people. So again, there's plenty of different options for us to flirt around with and stuff like that. But we'll have to see, people. We'll have to see. You know, we need options. Simple as that. So that's that in that regards, people. That's firmly that.